喂喂喂喂，开始破案啦！不过基本上我已经忘记剧情在讲什么了。嘿。
That's all the statements collected. Let's run through them all to see if anything doesn't add up.
To see if anyone's been lying.
That too.
Fitz and I were up in the Moonlight Garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. It lasted about 3 seconds.
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. So I made Fitz kick down the door.
Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back.
I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall.
But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared.
I didn't know what to do, so I ran downstairs to get Fifi.
I heard someone heading down the stairs, just outside my room.
Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it, until the someone began shouting at me.
Eventually, she let me in.
I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library.
He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower.
I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry.
I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face.
I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter.
We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs.
I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path.
Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her.
Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too.
Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did.
A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya.
Then, I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting.
She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes.
I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything.
An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance.
I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long, but when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
That's disappointing.
What is?
All the statements line up with each other.
They don't just line up. Some of them even seem to specifically confirm each other.
他怎么突然就坏掉了？再开一次。 有了，我的脸。我的脸肥来啦！好，我们再听一次。不听使唤的 USB。可恶啊！不听使唤的 USB 啊！怎么会这样？算了。就先这样吧。
It's a bird bath. Is that just rainwater? Looks a
The
little weird.
birds seem to like it.
They're even singing a little tune. Doot, 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 doot.
Please don't do that.
来，我们
That's
再
all the
回忆
statements collected.
回忆一下故
Let's
事，我
run
已
through
经
them
忘
all
了。
to see if anything doesn't add up.
To see if anyone's been
what I got.
lying.
That too.
Fitz and I were up in the moonlight garden most of the afternoon. And we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds.
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. So I made Fitz kick down
这
the
是一
door.
个解
Poppy
谜
and I
游
went
戏
in.。Freya was right there, laying on her back.
I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall.
But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared.
I didn't know what to do. So I ran downstairs to get Fifi.
I heard someone heading down the stairs, just outside my room.
Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me.
Eventually, she let me in.
I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library.
He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower.
I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry.
I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face.
I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter.
We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs.
I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path.
Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her.
Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too.
Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did.
A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya.
Then I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting.
She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes.
I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything.
An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance.
I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long, but when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
That's disappointing.
What is?
All the statements line up with each other.
They don't just line up. Some of them even seem to specifically confirm each other.
It's a garden, I think.
We could...
Ready when you are. Spooky. What do you think it's for?
I think it's to scare...
Is it working?
No. It's a stone carving.
I think it's supposed to. It's an egg.
It's a path through the garden. Leads up to the house, I assume.
Peace 的房间是哪一个？这个吗？啊，不是。
Fifi's got something.
What is all this? It's Detective Hawkshaw. It's Poppy. That's actually... Looks like Fitz. Looks like Fitz.
Did you notice who isn't on here?
Freya?
Mm-hmm. And...
Fitz 房间这个。
An empty glass.
Looking at it is...
Why?
I don't know.
It's a little handmade card. Inside it says, to Fitz, from PP.
That poor plant.
Looks pretty
healthy, but sad. I think it would rather be outside.
Huh.
They're just decorative.
Oh, so decorative.
Hello.
Not hidden very
Doesn't
well.
need to be. It's a combination lock, sort of.
干嘛？没有，我在看呢。那你在指什么指？
觉得是上面吧？
上面是什么？
是不是还有长？少？
没有，它是只有3片而已。
感觉就是还不是。
水滴，所以是这个啊。但没有一样的吧？对，它只有一个，所以是，我应该知道了。等一下啊。
是这一层。
对，它应该是3片不同组合、不同的形状，然后是这个，对，看一下。然后我看看啊，
你有在跟别人吃过？
没有啊。啊哈！对，这个插这个。啊哈！
那个吧，最后一个要改掉，最后一个改成炖型。
最后一个为什么
改成沙肉啊？它才有沙，它才
没有啊
这个沙肉啊。
谁？你说这个吗？
这个啊，然后这个改成这个。 因为他有这个，他也有这个。
I did it.
Not bad.
You did it!
Anything in there?
Yeah, it's wrapped in a cloth. Hold on. Huh. That's kind of ominous.
Baby, a baby. 哦，这个应该是他未婚妻送给他。我记得他未婚妻是这个
PP，
对啊，他叫 P， 他是他们名字，他们名字都超难念的，反正就是他。
Quit sulking. Not every room is going to be full of clues.
去找他，去找他。
是有人死了。
嗯，对
This。is yours, Fitz?
Yeah,
Do you use it?
I keep all my tools in the greenhouse.
That wasn't what she asked. There's something about the report of Fitz going up Pointer Tower. Something.
Let's ask him about it.
Sally, don't move.
Yeah, I see him.
I was up in the rooftop garden.
So, Fitz, I have a report that you were seen sneaking up Pointer Tower, holding a knife.
That's not right. I don't go into Pointer Tower. I don't own a knife. And I don't sneak. Was it Fifi who told you this?
How did you know that?
A guess. She doesn't like me very much. But yeah, she was mistaken. Maybe she wasn't wearing her eye lens thing.
What do you think, Grimoire?
Fifi did see Fitz, but he was holding something else.
So, if it wasn't a knife, what was it?
Yeah.
What about this?
Ah, that.
Is it yours?
It was a gift. It's sentimental. I have no reason to take it up Pointer Tower. I don't use it at all.
Ciao. P 哎，到底是他还是他？他们两个都是 PP 耶。哎，猜是，你猜是？因为他喜欢他，感觉啦。可是他是他未婚妻。
未婚夫。
还是等等哦。
拿着撑上塔的理由。
这个
An ornate trowel is part of a matching set with a potted flower in Fitz's room. Nope.
Nope， 好，不是这样。
前面没看到，没办法绑。
贝是用来照顾。这个是吗？
谁死了？
An ornate trowel is used by Fitz to look after a potted flower in Poppy's room. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
Change one thing.
An ornate trowel is used by Fitz to look after a potted flower in Penny's room.
That flower.
Yes?
I've never seen it before.
We need
屁
a
啦
clue to compare to that flower. Something that proves its connection to Fitz.
这不是你送给他的吗？
We need a clue that's got some connection to this one.
跟他有关联的我已经失智了。
Let's take a closer look at these. The pot and soil in Penny's room matches the pot and soil found in Fitz's greenhouse. Let me guess. Penny's flower was originally a gift from you, Fitz. There's no way it's a coincidence.
No way what's a coincidence.
The flower. It looks exactly like Penny.
It took me a long time to breed. I wanted the colors to be exactly right.
That's some gift.
Turns out Penny isn't particularly interested in looking after plants. So I go into her room every now and again when she's not there. Water the flower, change the soil, just trying to keep it alive.
我好烂哦。是这个间吗？啊，音乐室、图书室。图书室在哪儿啊？已经失智了啊。干嘛？
Is that a
Of sorts. Hey, look at that. It's a model of Tangle Tower. There's the lake and those... What are you thinking?
That would make an amazing souvenir.
Hey, look, it's a model. What are you thinking?
That would make an amazing.
Hey, look at that. What are you
That
thinking?
would make an amazing.
I'm not sure. Soil samples? It's an illustrated book.
It's been left open.
Or it was left open.
Ever so slightly unnerving. A book? Fundamental entomology.
I guess somebody dropped it.
Books about...
These books are ancient history. I think they'd crumble into dust.
Good excuse.
Thanks.
Books about...
These books,
Good
thanks.
excuse. Books about birds.
shelves are-
Oh, so you're a... The
I knew
shelves
this already. It's an illustrated book,
It's been
or it was left
ever so slightly unnerving.
somebody taken an interest in extinct animals.
Extinct.
Oh, yes. The book is very old. Most of the birds in it are long gone.
Well, what about this bird, though? The ink dip.
This one? Well, it was thought to be extinct for a long time. Then one was found here at Tangle Tower.
So it's not extinct.
You misunderstand. It was the last one. The very last.
Oh.
Oh, did Fitz show you that?
Not exactly.
We found it hidden under his bed.
Ah, right.
Check out that butterfly.
Looks evil.
Wow, judgmental.
A rather magnificent book.
There's a letter P carved into the side.
That's some flower.
There's something we just feels out of place.
Traveling cases.
Empty. All of them.
That bed.
Does it feel warm?
No, you're right.
It's not coming from the bed. It's coming.
啊，我好累。天文塔
你现在没有在吃，
啊？
你现在没有，
有啊，
我找不到，就是没有啊。
有啊，有啊。我不知道哎，我哦，
没有，就是628。
你用那个吧，我那个忘记开了。我 YouTube 忘记开了，哈哈哈哈！
你没串，
忘记开了。没有 YouTube 它一定要点出来才可以开，我也不知道为什么要这样。没关系啊，我之后再传就好了。没差。
We already solved it.
Every astronomy tower.
I want to try. It's that little plant Flora
Don't
keeps.
you think it would fall
Maybe
off?
it's glued down.
You can see right into
Not by
I
accident.
can see Flora, but she's not looking this way. Behind her is the back side of the easel. I can't really see anything behind it. Not from this angle. I can just about see the gramophone.
Is that a window?
I
Is
think
there another room?
we should check that next time we're over there. Isn't this supposed to be an astronomy telescope? I'm pretty sure you need to see the sky for astronomy to
I
work.
can't move it. I think this is just how it's set up.
There's something about Pointer's astronomy. Something suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
还有你好恶心哦！你在偷看对面的姐姐，恶心，
So,
恶心老头。
What interests you about astronomy exactly?
你可以看
It's
Sting
not
啊
a matter of being
Sting, okay.
interested. Once you expand your mind to the wider universe, it cannot be unexpanded.
Mm-hmm. And
I
how...
really don't like to give exact values.
Convenient.
Why do you ask me these things?
I have a theory about you, Professor.
Oh, go on.
You're not really interested in astronomy at all.
What could you possibly mean by that?
I think you're interested in a slightly different field of research?
That's not it.
I don't have time for tiny, insignificant insects. My studies focus only on the inconceivably large and the unimaginably far away.
Right. That's why you like using your telescope so much.
Yes, naturally. My little portal into another world.
Yeah, about that.
不会用什么？不用使劲看。
啊？我说 Twitch 啊，没有人用 Steam 啊。
我想说你用 Steam 才知。你怎么跑到特威奇了？
我本来2个都有，只是今天我忘记把那个打开了。
那没关系。
Pointer's telescope was actually looking at the crime scene and not up at the sky.
First, you accuse me of being a lowly entomologist. Now you're accusing me of...
Are you spying?
Why would I need to spy on Flora?
Why? Because you lost your golden beetle specimen, and it's made you paranoid. You think somebody stole it from you.
Might not have been Flora you were spying on. Might have been Freya.
It's a very precious specimen. Incredibly rare. Valuable in ways you could never understand. Freya was always sneaking around. Both towers and in the gardens, too. She was definitely up to something.
So, this next question is important. You were looking to Flora's room around the time of the murder. Did you witness the crime, Professor?
黄金炸酥布
No,
拉鱼。
I didn't. When I looked into the room, Flora was
谢定
already
是
lying
酥
on
炸
the
酥
floor.
炸吗？谢定。
Flora? You mean Freya?
No, Flora. She was lying by the window. I couldn't see Freya at all. It was fairly dark. The telescope isn't at a
看
very
你这个
good
偷窥
angle.
狂。
That's why I decided to head over there myself. I needed to know what was going on.
This changes your statement, doesn't it?
No, everything I told you in my statement was true.
Apart from the reason you left your tower in the first place.
Right.
Freya was definitely up to something.
Something to do with the statue in the garden, I think.
Maybe we should go back and check.
This wasn't here before.
What is it?
It's a little wooden toy.
There's a note stuck.
What does it say? Grimoire?
我知道，我大概知道这是什么东西。
啊，这是你的新朋友。What?
What do you think? Is it...
How can...
Why don't we check the handwriting with Freya's diary?
Good idea. Hold on.
Well,
It's a perfect match.
well, it's confirmed. We have a ghost helping us.
Let's keep this to ourselves for now.
What about the little wooden toy thingy?
Maybe we can put it to some kind of use.
Spooky. What do you think it's for?
I think
Is it working?
No,
What?
I'm still not sure.
Should we take another look?
我刚刚跑去看除了我之外的观众。
Let's come back later.
有个挂台的。哈，我只好再靠问号帮助我。问号，求求你。某种旋律了吗？这个。不是这个才对。
Weird.
It's someone humming a tune.
Huh? 它可以，有形状，是不是？那这个呢？
It's piano music.
Hmm. 太奇怪了，帮我呀，菲菲。 给你看，诶
She.
The gramophone belongs to Poppy, but I believe she gave it to my mother, and my mother often loaned it to Freya. Or maybe it is the other way around.
When did it get cracked?
I cannot pinpoint it exactly. All I know is that it must have happened sometime in the last 2 days. The statue itself does not interest me, but I do wish to know about those symbols on the harp. Have you deciphered their meaning yet?
We're working on it.
We are.
哎呀，我要怎么拿那个给他看啊？
还没找到正确的关键问题吧？
我可以拿，我不能拿那个螃蟹给他看吗？好想
Do
拿
you
螃
know
蟹
who was reading this book?
给他
It
看。
belongs to my mother.
And she left it in the library?
No, my mother has not been in the library for some time.
他妈是这个，
哪一个？哦，
这个。
There's something about the image of Flora in the painting. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
他这个都不说话。
So, this painting, specifically that knife in Flora's hand.
Yeah, it's creepy. But we didn't find a knife anywhere in the room. So what's going on?
他都不说话，他就这样。
好了。那确定是刀吗？我觉得不像。
We need a clue to compare with the painting. Something to explain what that knife shape actually is.
我觉得他就是这个。
对啊，我觉得是这个。
That kinda makes sense.
Huh? Kinda makes sense.
还是模型。
That's not it.
不是这个。哈？这个？
你是不是还没找到啊？
还没找到，他不会给提示。
那我可以看一下那张图。他手上
就这个，就一个这样子的造型。不是这个吗？我以为
羽毛吧？
哦，是吗？
That kind of makes sense, but no.
画笔和调色盘嘞。
That's not it.
这个我刚才
That's not it.
What?
That's not it.
也不是。
We'll get to that in a
穷
minute.
举法。
这个
We'll get to that in a minute.
我真的觉得还没进来。刀种的物体，
Let's take a closer look at this.
它的翅膀，
它的羽毛，
它的羽毛，对啊，我就觉得它的羽毛，画中的刀。
The painted knife is actually just a feather from an ink-dip bird.
It's definitely the right shape, but the book's not in color. The thing Flora's holding in the painting is red and white, specifically. Is there anything to suggest that the ink dip bird is red and white too? That kinda makes sense. That's not it.
彩绘模型，彩绘模型。
不对哦，他们中间有
This
只
little
鸟。
thing. I don't understand why Felix would make a model of this bird as part of a gift for Flora. And come to think of it, why would Flora be holding a feather in the painting anyway?
啊！我要破案了吗？是这样。
The ink-dip
觉得
bird
不是。
was Flora's
对
pet,
啦，
是
so
哦。
she kept a single feather to remember it by.
She kept the bird as a pet. And it died?
Maybe it flew away.
Flora spends all her time staring out the window.
Either way, she kept the feather. I think it was pretty important to her.
All right. So she was holding the feather while Freya was painting her. But where is it now? You'd think she'd keep it somewhere close by.
Yeah, I think she does. Normally. This is where Flora usually keeps her feather.
我猜这个。
But we opened it. It's empty.
Mm-hmm. Completely empty. Flora?
要讲话了吗？
She's pointing at something in the corner of the room.
It's just a pile of books. They're not... Wait, there's something tucked inside this one.
那是她丈夫吗？
坡啊，这个没有，我不知道坡是谁。
这个啊，我说这个。
Freya 是那个死的那个，
哦，
他送给他的。
I like these drawings, Flora.
Is there a reason why? Have you seen this book before? Do you know who it belongs to?
I really thought she was gonna say something there. We already solved it.
所以那根羽毛不见，那根羽毛还不见了，
就不在了。那只鸟也不知道是，
那只鸟死了，
死了，哦死了，
所以他才为了纪念他，他画那个画像。但是现在那根羽毛不见了。
没有啊，他们刚刚不是说有可能是飞走了？
你说他一直看着天空啊？
对啊，
哦，也是有可能。
是不是要找一个哼唱的那个声音跟那个一
Wind
样？
chimes, silent, wooden wind chimes.
The ground's moist. What are off?
I cannot believe how exciting this murder investigation.
你说什么？
说那个螃蟹不是会显示出形状吗？
对啊。
I'm still not sure.
Should we take another look?
哦，这个是还差2个。
Let's come back later.
原来是这个，应该是可以进到这个门。现在有声音的就他而已。
It's one of those big pianos.
Don't touch it.
Why not?
Might be haunted.
过分。
Oh, whatever it is.
Well, it is gotta
What's
practice.
with all the broken glass?
碎玻璃。
弗雷亚塔。我看到，等一下。 我们刚刚发现的
阁楼。
What is that?
Not sure.
Looks like it might attach to something.
钓鱼线。
感觉应该是可以尬在什么东西上面的。
What's in that little box? I bet it's bones. A skull, at least.
You know, maybe I won't open it. Just dusty junk. It's a statue standing up straight.
You know, there's a name for that.
I know.
It's not quite as dusty as... Also, it's not as stuffed.
Oh.
It's a jar. The head's
Huh.
nothing catching my
I'm
interest.
sorry, is this spooky attic boring?
Kinda.
那个灯光嘞？
Where's that light coming
No,
from?
it's just daylight, I think. There's a decent gap between those. Is that what I think it is?
用从这里杀的吗？
有一个刀。
Is that what I think it is?
Where's that light coming
No, it's
from?
just daylight. There's a decent gap between those floorboards.
哈。
窗户嘞？
有这个，就刚刚看到。
Someone
Do you
painted
think
it.
it was done?
No idea. Either way, it's pretty suspicious. Nothing catching my interest.
Sorry. is
Kinda.
this-
Nothing catching my interest.
Sorry.
Kinda. The attic's directly above us.
Yeah.
这里画了一只
眼睛的。
对啊。
The outline of Freya Fellow. There's a single patch of blood. No real sign.
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the canvas.
So?
So she was probably standing really close to the canvas when
Let's check the case file again.
胸口，可是应该不是胸口，它从上面应该是
从上面的话
头吧？所以有人摆了
The
他
outline.
的
There's a single patch. No real sign.
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by
So?
So so she was probably standing really close to the canvas when she fell.
Let's
如
check
果
the
他
case file
很近，
again.
然后还要戳到他胸口的话，他应该画布一起爆了。所以我要怎么去？他会告诉我吗？他每次都不讲话。啊，看来是不讲话。
那个玩意啊，我们新找到的。
说
Do you know what this is?
Guess not.
揪揪我！
提示仔，
好爽啊！
That's
What
just...
else would it be?
Where did you find this?
It was in the attic.
Oh, huh. I forgot we even had an attic. How sweet. That belongs to Flora, I think.
有人他知道这个哎
Where did you find this?
It was in the attic.
Oh, huh.
重点是它是什么东西的一部分呢？
他是音乐家。
Sheet music. It's handwritten.
That's a lot of notes.
Probably while they're on the floor. Sheet music.
That's a lot of
Probably
notes.
while they're on the floor.
他不是说可以在这里听到什么钢铁
It's
石
one of those big
Don't
pianos.
touch it.
Why not?
Might be haunted.
Who plays the violin?
It's pretty, so I'm guessing nobody.
风铃。
All right.
Spooky murder mansion?
Spooky murder mansion.
What else would it be?
Are they?
Whatever they are, it's like a little parade of floating...
还是烛火？
Oh, whatever it is.
Well, it is.
it's-
They gotta practice.
What's with all the broken glass? All right.
Spooky murder mansion?
Spooky murder mansion. Who plays the violin?
It's pretty, so I'm guessing nobody.
There's a
When I
faded...
was a kid, I never knew the difference.
You still don't know, do
No.
you?
Smells like a forest. Smells like a forest.
你知道这个吗？
1,
Yep.
25,
Mm-hmm.
4.
Yeah.
Am I the only one seeing the problem?
It's a globe.
4 globing. It's one of those
Don't
big...
touch it.
Why not?
Might be haunted.
It's one of those big...
Don't touch it.
Why not?
这
Might
里可以
be
直接
haunted.
把那个螃蟹拿出来吗？
就不行，不行。
跟那个喇叭有关系？竟然不是。
你说喇叭吗？
对啊，因为不是钢琴的
Oh,
话，
whatever it
就
is.
做喇
Well,
叭
it's gotta
What's with all the broken glass?
不行啊！
它应该是可以吹的吧
Spooky murder
不然它那
Spooky
个
murder
玻璃
mansion.
啊？他怎样？
玻璃啊，它不是说有玻璃碎片？
Oh, whatever it is.
Well,
It's...
it is. Gotta practice.
What's with all the broken glass?
你觉得它会像什么？
高脚杯吧？是吧？
哦，有点像哦。难道是高脚杯敲的声音？
Don't look at me. I didn't break
Does anybody else use the music room?
it. Yes. I don't know who, but I can tell when somebody else has touched the piano.
所以有人碰过他的钢琴。
Do you know where those earmuffs came from?
I put them there.
Why?
I found them lying around. I think they belong to Fitz. I put them on the statue so he'd see them. I thought they looked like headphones, like he's in the recording studio with his guitar. No?
If they do belong to Fitz, he hasn't taken them back yet. When did you find them?
This morning.
Where?
I don't know, in a hallway. I can't remember exactly.
哦，你找一下那个，他戴着耳机爬爬照啊。你嫌疑很大啊。
What's with the broken glass?
我怎么知道？问你啊。
I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
Me 3. Oh, sorry. I thought you said me too.
那个什么？是这
Wait,
这问
those
过
are
了
mine. The earmuffs. They went missing about a week ago.
一星
他说一些
期
earmuffs for.
I use them for gardening sometimes.
Why? You don't own a chainsaw, do you?
No. I wear them while I'm gardening, and it stops people from trying to talk to me.
That's genius.
所以有人干走他的耳罩。耳罩，谁要干走他的耳罩？救救我！大门，我听到啊。不是就鸟吗？对啊。对啊。
What?
Wind chimes, silent. Wooden wind chime.
还是有水声。
That's a big lake.
It's
I
kind
think
of,
it's
yeah,
just...
water with poison in it.
他是不是救不了我了？提示都救不了，完了。
We already solved it.
Looks like nature rude. Traveling cases.
Empty. All of them.
That's a big window.
还是你这边有什么高脚杯可以敲
That
一下？
bed. It's like.
Does it feel warm over here? Or is it just me?
No, you're right. Maybe.
It's not coming from the bed. It's coming from the wall.
墙热热的。
A little tea set.
One of the
What's in
cups.
the other one?
Birdseed.
Ever get the feeling?
The mannequins don't have
That's not. Ever get the feeling?
The mannequins don't have
That's not.
Penny's books. Mostly novels.
可是他隔壁没有东西啊。不过看这个空位就感觉一定有一个暗示。这啥？
It's a magnifying glass.
How come you don't have
Why? Because I'm. Should I start smoking a pipe too?
You can pull off a pipe.
We already solved it.
水晶灯。
What's that big?
Looks
book?
like something
Is
Fifi.
it a clue?
I hope not. It's just a bunch of notes about her microbiology.
Crystal chandeliers.
I don't know. Plus, they're kind of dusty.
A news. Don't think you can get out being questioned.
I'm innocent.
Save it for the judge.
Boxes of stuff. Boxes of stuff.
A pretty ornate window.
We're supposed to be looking for clues, not...
And over here, you'll see a simple trick, but it really transforms the space.
哎，水声。
Ah, a little water
It's
feature.
making
Wonder how
me-
it's hooked up.
哦，没有。
More egg
I
stuff.
don't get it.
Well, either they have... Or the sculptor was just really lazy.
What do you mean?
An egg has got to be the easiest shape to make. More egg stuff.
don't get
Well,
it.
or the sculptor. An egg has got to be the easy... It's so relaxed. I might just stay here.
Oh, shut up.
That'd be great.
It's a rose bush. Not part
The
from it.
roses are...
Now, aren't...
Exactly.
It's another little...
He's playing a
He's
lute.
also...
Well, they're not part of... And they're not headphones. They're earmuffs.
谁拿走了他的耳罩？对啊。
That's one big
Or
dragon.
one very small dragon. The door into Poppy's room.
So, only...
Ah, I guess so.
他说谁可以进来 ？Happy，就是那个弹钢琴的。哦。
Ah, yes, a giant. Oh, it's a good
It's
omen.
an eye.
这个眼睛跟那个一样。
Just a bunch of clothes. Nothing weird about that.
To you.
We already solved it.
时钟的声音可以吗？
There's a name, you know. Various handmade.
What do you think those symbols are?
Hopefully, nothing. A lamp. It is most definitely. Anything in the water?
Dresses mostly. I never realized there are so many shades of black. More handwritten sheet music. More handwritten sheet music.
That is.
I thought vampires slept in
This is a vampire who needs firm support for their lower back.
It's an octopus.
No, it has 6 legs, not 8. Don't say it.
Sextopus.
Sheet music.
It's only a few notes.
Yeah, it's been framed though. Must be important for some reason.
Oh. 帮我谈谈。弹给我听听。
Yeah, it's mine.
Can you play the tune for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
钢琴。
你插一个声音。
哦，等一下。啊，按错，干。
你要直接推哦。
不是。
I'm still not sure.
Should we take another look?
铃声。
哦。
Let's come back later.
哪里有铃？
铃。
门铃吗？大门。我真聪明。
That's all 4 minutes.
So, what?
Should we go back to the garden?
Let's try this again.
拧着吗？
You know, I think we might be able to solve this now.
这个，
Looks like
You're some kind of harpist.
Did you not know? A little handheld.
Liar.
It's the truth, I swear.
That's gotta be right.
Nothing. Maybe it's broken.
Wait, do you hear that?
Are we gonna go in?
Yeah, but there's a couple of things I want to do first.
等一下，我还有谁？他的可疑证词还没听啊。
What is it?
We don't know. We were really hoping you would.
My friends, shed your hope and let it fall free like sandbags from a hot air balloon.
That's the most depressing idiom I've ever heard.
Where did you find that?
It was in the library.
Really? How odd. These drawings are quite precious. I'm surprised Flora let you see them.
What happened to the bird? Did it die?
I don't know. Seems likely, though, doesn't it? That looks like it might belong to Poppy. That looks like it might belong to Poppy. Why would someone lock up a book like that?
We think it's a secret diary.
Aha! Teenagers are funny, aren't they?
他是什么？他是一个冒险家，自称啊。
He's an imp.
What does he?
Well, if you tell too many lies, he
Oh. An old...
probably cursed. The entire room.
Oh, it's not just made. I think it's the actual hull of a ship.
It's a drinking
Is it
horn.
full of ale?
Right now, it's just full. We already solved it.
Now you found it. What do you think, huh? I had to rush the final touches a little bit. It turned out all right, though.
What's it supposed to be?
It's Flora, of course, surrounded by all her favorite people. I've never been one for music. Why not ask Poppy instead?
再去看一下小铃铛。哎，还是叫你搜查它。
Freya's painting supplies.
玻璃都是裂一边，左边都是裂，所以有很大的震动哦。所以是这个咯。对啊，从左边，可是它也破了啊。所以有人放了超尖叫的，超级尖叫啊之类的啊，不然。
A little pot.
It's the only plant in the entire room.
Freya's
所以耳
painting
罩才会被
supplies.
偷走。啊？很大的声音呢？我知道，所以它恒定播
Yeah,
放
there might be a reason for
很
that.
大的声音，是吗？还要在这里放一个很大的声音，所以他不是不讲话，他是听不到。哦，哎，对他，哎，对，搞不好他听不到。哈。可以放音乐给他听，或是问他到底。可是唯一这里跟声音有关的就只有。
This is mine.
Really?
No, well, yes, it was. I gave it to Freya about a year ago.
What was on it?
Nothing. It was blank. Freya said she wanted to record something.
Any idea how it ended up underwater?
Maybe someone wanted to destroy it, but got really lazy.
是不是有人来这边测试什么东西，然后拿玻璃来测试？我觉得
Oh,
应该
whatever it is, it's...
Well, it is. They've got to
What's
practice.
with all the broken glass?
它这边裂痕是往这里裂的，所以是什么东西？我觉得应该是跟那个留声机有关系，但是。大门啊，应该是那边吧。
Do you think he'll start to move?
No, I think he'll just...
这个也裂。
Oh.
What?
Oh. There's
Oh, yeah, Tangle Tower.
Tour.
哦。
Why build a house here anyway?
I'm sure they had their reasons. Is that an envelope?
It's been open. Let's read it.
Isn't that an
No,
invasion?
definitely.
下面是找不到。 我们要不要进去？刚刚他打
Is
开
that
那
an
个门
envelope?
啊
It's been open. Let's read it.
Isn't that an
Oh, definitely.
可是他说，他说什么？你要不要先，犯罪现场？不然你先去找这个啊。就他啊，就我们的哈密瓜头。可是他没有出来，因为我少一个嫌疑的那个。我应该是要拿什么东西，拿什么东西给谁看？然后制造他的嫌疑点，我猜啦，我猜是这样，因为他说我们现在所有东西都有了嘛，打开的信 ，Freya 的颜料，不然问他那个信啊。
I'm as confused as you are.
还是颜料，因为他要
Looks
上
like
色。
Freya's paints.
Do you know why the pots are cracked down one side?
No, that's very odd. They're normally in excellent condition.
You seem pretty sure about that.
不然拿颜料去问问看那个搞音乐的。先问哦，这个也可以，对，科学家。
Fifi, did you test the red paint in this pot?
Yes, I did. I discovered it too was blood, not paint.
A whole pot full of blood?
Not a whole pot. It is only partially full.
Yeah, but still. Doesn't that freak you out?
No. In fact, it may be considered rather reassuring. Curious.
Is this yours, Fifi?
I do not recognize it. And besides, I would have no use for such a thing. Perhaps it could be used to hang wet laundry?
Was that a joke?
Yes.
所以要找出这个东西是什么东西。
There's something about Felix's paint. Something suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
Yay! 因为是血啊。因为他有画红色的鸟啊。
So, about this paint we found in your room.
Nothing suspicious about it. I used it to paint, obviously. Totally normal thing to do.
We never said it was suspicious.
Come on then. Now with it. What exactly are you accusing me of?
It's not your paint pot. Did you take it from somewhere else?
What on earth? It's definitely mine. I even have proof. Look, the lid matches the ones on all my other paint pots. End of discussion.
That's not the end of the discussion.
We need a clue to compare with Felix's red paint. Something to prove who it actually belongs to.
它的盖子。
Let's take a closer look at
这个
this.
标签，因为盖子不合适，所以破掉了。应该不是这样。这一罐是他的，这一罐是他的。对啊。真是用来画充满。
Freya's red paint pot was stolen and replaced with Felix's red paint pot, but the lids were swapped to hide it.
That red paint is from Freya's supplies, not yours. Swapping the lids doesn't hide what you did.
Why are you bothering me about paint anyway? And none of this is
因为那一
connected
罐里
to
面
your
是血啊，你
murder.
的里面是血啊。他有说他的那个刀尖上的那个红色
This
是
red
血，
paint
是血。
pot was
对啊。
somehow filled with blood before Freya used it to paint Flora.
Oh, that, that's definitely something. Right, fine. Here's the story. I was busy working on a project when I suddenly realized I had run out of red paint. There was a certain amount of time pressure, so I politely asked Freya if I could borrow hers. Just for a little while, you know, perfectly reasonable request.
But she said no.
I tried to explain why I needed it, but she didn't seem to care. So, well, I took Freya's red paint pot and swapped it with my own empty one.
You went into her room?
Not my proudest moment, but it's just
所以他
paint.
到了一
I
半，
didn't touch anything else.
所以那
And the
罐才
paint
只
pot
剩
you
一
left
半。
behind was definitely empty?
没有，他是交换，他把他的空
I
空
have
空的
absolutely
给
no idea how it got blood in it, if that's what you're asking.
Why were you in such a hurry to get a hold of red paint anyway?
I was trying to finish this in time for Flora's birthday. I needed red to paint the final details.
Could you not have just used a different color?
Out of the question. It had to be red and white.
If you managed to finish it, why haven't you given it to Flora yet?
Well, I decided against it in the end. After what happened, seemed a bit insensitive.
Let's go over what we know about the crime scene.
啪啪啪啪啪啪啪啪啪啪啪，怎么回来了？
We know a little more about the crime scene now. So, what do you think? Was Freya stabbed by her own painting?
什么被什么替？宾馆的替换成热闹的是。
Paint from the paint pot was replaced by blood from the paint pot to resemble a bloody knife. Nope.
Oh, 画里的梦。这个吧，然后这个是心脏，两个要交换吧。
Blood from the paint pot was used to paint the red tip of the painted ink dip feather to resemble a bloody knife.
I think you're right. Can't decide if I'm disappointed or relieved.
I have a question. Why?
Either it's a very strange coincidence, or somebody set it up.
Somebody deliberately put blood in the paint pot and hid that feather after the crime. Why? To distract us?
Possibly.
Well, it worked.
Possibly.
Flora's the only person who could have hidden the feather, unless someone took it from her.
Let's go over what we do know. The door was locked the whole time. It stayed locked until Fitz kicked it down. Normally, it can only be opened from the inside. Pointer said he couldn't see Freya from his telescope, but he did see Flora lying by the window.
So whatever got Freya got Flora too?
Except Flora survived. She didn't get a stab wound like Freya did.
Hold on. If there was no knife, then what did stab Freya?
It could be anything. It might not even be important.
How is it not important?
Right now, I'm less interested in the what, and more interested in the how.
The angle of Freya's wound suggests she was stabbed at a perfect right angle. That is, from directly in front of her. But she was standing right up by the canvas.
Somehow, Freya ended up lying on her back,
先
still
把它打
perfectly
昏，然后
in
从上
line with the
面。
painting.
哦，有
Maybe
可
something
能
went，through it.
Through the painting? Wouldn't that leave
不
the
然
hole?
就是什么很大的声
Okay,
音，
well,
声音把
how
它
about this?
弄晕
How do we
晕
know
了，两
Freya
个
was
人都
stabbed
晕了。
before she fell over? Maybe her being stabbed
然后
and
直接
her
从
falling
上
over
面
are completely
插下去，
independent.
这样他也不用进去。对，
Are we done?
For now, it's about time we found out what's...
可以了，可以了， 可以了，可以了，去吧，去吧。
通了，通了，
通了，通了。会使，会使。
Where do you think it goes?
Down.
哦。
酒太过。
It looks like there, but the liquid is ice cold. What's in there?
恶心。
哦，所以是那个贝贝吗？
It's a little diagram of.
That's weird.
What?
It
那个
looks
变
really
态，
compared to the
他不
beetles.
是说
we
那
saw
个
last.
学家啊？
9 beetles.
Poor little guy.
There's a bunch of notes written all around. It's mostly
天文
numbers.
学哦。
No idea what they mean.
嗯，
A candle.
Very medieval.
I was thinking.
Medieval pirates. Is it locked?
Seems likely, doesn't it?
Oh.
Weird looking safe.
I'm pretty sure the latches can slide into the middle.
钥匙滑到手哦，你要把钥匙滑到手那边。
可以吗
这个？可以左右移动吗？
啊？什么东西左右移动？
你要先这个吧，这一根，
这个先这样。
过来。这个。
这样。不行。
你为什么不先从钥匙那边接？
那你要接哪里？这个。这一定不是这个呢。
钥匙可以滑吗？不行。
那就不能啊。 这个最底啊，这样，哎，差一点，
这个拉过来，
不行，
这个不行。
不行。一定不是这个。感觉是这样，
感觉是这样子啊，对啊，就是要怎么把它接过去。诶，然后，那个吧，第一个的，这个接到这里。
哪一个？这个？
不是这一根的，知道第一个就好了，然后这一根。
啊
不是吧？这个吧，这个再往后一点。对，然后这边接下来，
这个再接它。等一下啊，
这样子，这样子。那这个嘞？这个，这个。这上。
等一下啊，我先拿出来。 不行啊，
不行，还有要有个往下接的，可以看能不能
这样算吗？
Nothing.
I think we're trying to make a path between the key and lock symbols, and I.
这个前后顺序一定都是
对啊，他一定。
不然你先全部拉回去嘛，再重拉一次。先蓝色的，蓝色只有2根嘛，这样子拉。
这样。
这一个呢？对啊，慢慢试。接不起来。 没办法接起来，那红色的我觉得不是这个角度。这个呢？这个角度呢？这个，然后这个接它，不行。还是先不要这一根粉红色，这个能接它吗？
不行啊，他一定有一个东西从这边拉过来去接他，我猜啦。
那这个呢？
感觉不是这个就是那个。还是这个不是这样。
粉红色最上面的是不是都是橘色的？蓝色一定是最底嘛，现在已经看了，蓝色是最底。
等一下啊。然后这个帮他转弯吗？
这边的感觉只能用这个啊，如果他要下来的话。
你说这个啊？对啊。可是那就接不上去啊。
可以，
你说这个啊？
对啊，这样子啊。对啊，接啦，
接到了。
No, that was it.
Nice work. Anything inside?
Yeah, more research.
Whose research is this? This is some seriously in-depth research.
That's impressive, but it's incomplete. There's a section missing.
So, this is Pointer's secret lab.
Definitely seems like he's the one using it.
I guess not a lot of people know about the secret entrance.
Right. But if Pointer's the only one who comes down here, why would he need to lock his research in a safe? Who is he hiding it from?
He's just paranoid, especially about his golden beetle.
What do you think he's trying to do exactly?
Pointer has been trying to breed the golden beetle in the underground laboratory.
Why? Because it's rare?
Because it's gold?
Is that it?
I think so. I don't think he cares about entomology any more than he cares about astronomy. He just wants to get one over on Felix. If he can breed his own gold, suddenly Poppy's inheritance is looking pretty,
Infinite. Might explain why he was so worried about losing the beetle. Maybe somebody did steal it.
Might have been Freya after all. We know she was trying to get through the secret door in the garden.
She might not have known what was down here, though. Maybe she was just curious.
Curious, sure, but not naive. I reckon she knew what was going on.
I think we're still missing the bigger picture. There's no way this is all just about a beetle. We're done.
Ready to go down? Again?
还有一层。
哦呦，吓死我了！
A single book on a little...
This is creeping me
Why?
out. I think it's a children's book.
优雅的鸟，银蛇。
哦，所以他的鸟被他抓来做实验吗？
我觉得有可能。
哦，shit！
鞋特。
We're too late. This photograph.
Why?
Not sure. Some kind of metal stabbing thingy.
所以是这个
我们那个，我们上面找到的那一个
凶器。
凶器。
他的
So
神
that's the photo.
对。
啊，他爸，他爸爸，
彪形大汉。我爸爸。
所以其实他以前有很多只这个鸟。
对。
Do you know who it is in the photo? This man in the photo, he reminds me of something from one of our clues.
那一个，那个，
这个
不是，
That's not right.
那个，我想到的是彩绘模型。
这个吧。
Felix made a little model of him for Flora.
Yeah, it makes sense when you know who he is.
我忘记他叫什么名字。这
Lord
个
Fellow.
Really?
Wait, no, hang on.
Felix made a little model of him for Flora.
Yeah, it makes sense when you know who he is. Lord Pointer.
Really?
Wait, no.
单选一选。
Felix made a little model of him
哎呦，
for
我
Flora.
就忘记他叫什么
Makes sense when you know
名
who
字
he
了。
Lord Remington.
Remington. That makes him Flora's father, meaning the girl in the photo is...
Yeah, it's her.
Flora.
See the bird, too.
I never would have guessed. Times sure do change.
I don't know. I don't think she looks so different. Should we take another look?
Yeah.
Should we take another look?
Yeah.
Oh, 那还缺一个哎。
It's an old coat rack.
Two cloaks and a green hat draped on top.
It's an old coat rack.
Two cloaks and a green hat draped on top for good measure.
两件斗篷，一个绿帽。
There's a roll of paper up there.
I'll see if
Let
I-
me guess.
啊
哦，设计图，
以前的
大厅书房，以前没有那么高，
没有那么高，就这样。
有一个
这中间有书房
中间有书房啊。
Hold on. Have we been to all of these rooms already? Study. Wait.
I know what you're thinking. And no, we
How did we miss it?
我
this
就说中间有
seems
个
right.
东西。他是从大厅进去的。
Let's not wander off right now.
不能走。
还有东西啊。
Basements don't
We're
know.
at the bottom of the must be.
Right. But if that's the lake bed,
Like what?
white, smooth, no plants, that's not what a lake looks like.
Where are we?
中间那个啊，玻璃。
Did you notice how much light this room has? For a room with
It's all
one...
coming through the window.
I'm pretty sure lakes are supposed to be darker at the bottom, not lighter.
Why is there
那个大厅中间
room
有
down
一
here
个
anyway? And why is it
那
so
个
much
管子，
older than the
鱼
rest of
管，
Tangle Tower?
就是养
We
鱼的
still
那种，
don't
跟那
really
个
know why people came to live here in the first place.
水族馆
Maybe they just
有
wanted to
那
get
个
rich,
大根的那
like
种。
Pointer
对，
with his beetles.
I feel like the Remingtons came here for the lake, for what was in it.
It's empty though. More empty than a normal lake would be.
It is now, yeah. Maybe we're too late. Let's head back. I want to find that.
说中间这一根，
Wow.
How long were we down there?
This must be it. This...
How are we supposed to get up there?
Hang on, but I think there's a switch. A ladder.
Want to go up?
快玩完了。
对，
哦，
It's a wooden pinboard hung up on one.
Looks like there's a couple of things missing from it.
啊，
斗篷的人，我第一个想法是埃及人。
没有，那个是另外一个。
It's a wooden pinboard hung up on one.
Looks like there's a couple of things missing from it.
这边有一个要贴上去的东西。
这个，这张。
螃蟹。
Who are all the people?
Not sure, but our eyes have all been crossed out.
神秘生物抵宅大师。好，哎，这个不是那一个吗？那个，然后
他说以前也在跟他的什么冒险团之类的。
That photo is important.
Another photograph.
Their faces are all crossed out with some kind of black ink.
That's weird.
Oh, you think so?
No, I mean, something I just realized. Sally, did we meet any of these people here at Tangle Tower?
Well, the woman on the left looks a little like Poppy, but her style is way different. And at first I thought the guy on the top right was Felix, but now that I look at it, I don't think it is him.
Coffee table, half empty. I'm gonna say...
Someone complacent enough to leave their notebook lying around.
“对啊，杯子。对啊，他的神秘的单也这个。
Do those look like scratch marks to you?
Yeah. They're on the inside.
养出了一只什么怪物吗？那只很大的。
An incinerator built into the wall. It's still pretty hot.
Is there anything left inside?
It's mostly ashes, but yeah, there's something.
哦，这就是他房间热热的
很热的
原因。
关系。
Someone's been using this room. I don't get it. This room is in the original building plans for the mansion, but nowadays it's some big secret?
It's not a secret to everybody. At least one other person still knows about this room.
The way the notebook was left out on the table makes me think it's someone who has the room all to themselves.
Whoever it was, they left more than just the notebook. There's a whole design project on this pinboard. Feels like someone put quite a bit of effort into it.
It's a shame there are things missing from it. I'm betting it'd make more sense if we could see it all together.
That might not be impossible, you know.
它长什么样子？就这样啊，一个正方形。
3个比较重要的东西。这个，对。
The painting from Freya's room and those
都在 Freya 的
sketches.
房间，所以这个是
Did
Freya。
Freya design Detective Hawkshaw's clothes? What kind of sense does that make?
I don't think that's why Freya made that painting, but it may have been why somebody took a photo of it to use as reference. And as for those sketches of Hawkshaw, I don't think Freya actually drew them. It was somebody else, someone with less of a talent for art.
Doesn't exactly narrow it down. Should we go ask Detective Hawkshaw about all this?
I'm not sure. I still don't know what's really going on.
还有一个，不是还有一个东西吗？
哪个东西？
没有啊，我是说你刚刚那个就是，
An axe and some kind of hunting rifle.
Honestly, doesn't look like
I'm more worried about the third one.
The third
The
one?
one that isn't there.
有个东西不见了。
你刚刚那个不是有东西？
哪个？
就是界面那个界面。
喂
Dragon?
Snake?
Worm?
That's the one.
Is that a crab?
It's got a translucent...
Also, crabs... Good.
Essence.
Grimoire, don't you think it looks familiar?
“你有什么长这个样子的东西？
我不太确定。
这个可以长起来吗？多出来的雷子，
你说
往里面走
可以。爪子可以打开或关闭。
打开关起来，你应该摆出一个姿势。
你说那个吗？
不知道。我现在完全没有看过任何螃蟹型的东西，除了那个。
没有那个啊，我们的那个。
I guess that's
I
wrong.
don't think we need to guess.
What do you mean?
We have all the information we need in our case file.
就是除了那个音乐盒之外。
可是我不知道它要摆成什么形状啊，你记得？
要不要先跳出去看一下你的
This
东
crab
西里
really
面？
That little wooden toy.
Yeah, but I don't think I've seen it
日式小
more recently.
哦，往下。
哦，往下。
上下。
上下哦。
Is that a crab?
It's got
Also, crab.
这里我不能转。这样。
I guess that's wrong.
I don't think we need to
What do you
guess.
mean?
We have all the information we need in our case file.
这里我不能转啊。
那就往下一点吧。
Nothing.
I'm sure I've seen this thing somewhere.
是打开的吧？
打开的吧。
Nope.
Wasn't this
The
crab?
再看
children's
一下
book.
儿童读物
This crab really
That
wrote.
little-
Yeah, but I think I've seen it more recently.
啊，那个神秘生物是不是？
哦，上
上
右。
有。 长这
Is
样。
that a crab?
It's got a
他
translucent
比了一个
base.
斜斜的叶，这样。
你那个可能要拉一下，这里要拉一下。
好，这样。没有开嘛？
没开，那个没开。
Perfect.
OK。
Something somebody didn't want us to
你就
find.
旁边帮忙复刻。
哦，他刚不是这样射出去的吧
那个对。
？Oh my god，so combo！
What is it?
我就觉得刚刚那个螃蟹姿势很好笑。
Was someone trying to hide it? From us?
I don't know, but it looks incomplete to me. I want to know what happened to the rest of it. Where are the other
组合
parts?
组合。伊基亚里。
We found them already.
那个剑对。
I think that might attach the crossbow, but not this part of the crossbow.
它是在下面那里。不是。你可以换一个地方填它吗？
霸行。
等一下。就是这个。对。
We need something that could attach.
它有个东西
装上面的，
装上面的。
这个。
哦，那个对，为什么要装那个啊？
What do you make of it?
Not sure. Let's keep an open mind.
You don't
可是
think the
那
crossbow
个
is the
那
murder
个
weapon?
是那个
Oh
教
no,
授
the
请来
crossbow is
的，
definitely the murder weapon.
那个另外一个
But that
侦
doesn't
探
mean we've solved
是
the
变态
mystery.
教授请来的人。
你是说哪一个人？
就是披风妹妹头那个是
啊，
那个天文学家，
Time to
是别
solve
人
this.
请过来的。
这也是他请过来。
All right, break out the notebook. Time to put it all together.
Let's start with this. It's an arrow for the crossbow, and it matches Freya's wound. It's the murder weapon. I'm sure of it.
Despite the fact it doesn't have any blood on it, and it wasn't found anywhere near the crime scene.
Mm-hmm. It was cleaned, then it was hidden. I don't think anybody expected us to get down to that room at the bottom of the lake.
Okay,
凶手有
so
两个。
Freya was shot by a crossbow. Where was it fired from?
上
It was fired from above Freya.
Above, huh?
Yeah, our diagram doesn't show everything. Let's add in the rest of the crime scene.
The attic.
Perfect hiding place. We even found a part of the murder weapon up there. The reel was used to pull the arrow back up through the crack in the
他们
floorboards.
发现的那个
Explains
生
why
物
we never found
然
a
后放
weapon
在
at
这
the
里，然
crime
后
scene,
大
I
尖
guess.
叫。
The murderer must have dropped the reel in the attic. I'm guessing they were in a hurry to
但是
escape.
重点，那个生物
Wait.
怎么弄
The arrow
走的
was fired through the crack in the floorboards?
Yeah, it's directly above where Freya was found lying on her back.
Nope, doesn't add up. It would have missed her if she was still standing up by the painting.
Ah, right.
Unless Freya was already lying on her back before the arrow was fired.
I think so too. She'd fallen unconscious.
Something in the room caused Freya to fall
有人录音
unconscious.，
有人刚才不是拿录音带录了那个
The gramophone.
Right.
But the
生物的
gramophone by
叫声，然后
itself
用
can't
那
do
个
that.
管风机放。
There was something in the gramophone.
Mm-hmm. Something small.
That's not it. That's not it.
是不是？
That's not it.
我可以看一下那个儿童图物吗？优雅的银蛇。
That's not it.
不是这个裂开的卡带吗？啊，损坏的。
That's not it.
哎，不是。
That's not it.
Pointer's research says it can emit an incredibly loud hiss when it feels
原来有
threatened.
这个东
Poppy
西
and Fitz both said they heard a loud noise around the time of the murder. Neither of them had any idea what it was.
This seems a little far-fetched. Is it really loud enough to knock someone out?
No, I don't think so, not by itself. But don't forget, it was being amplified by the shape of the gramophone. I don't think we're purely talking about volume either. It might just be a particular type of frequency.
This is getting kinda scientific. Since when do you know anything about the effects of weaponized audio frequency?
I don't, but I think someone else does. Do you remember that statue we found in the music room? The horn it's playing. It's a pretty similar shape to the one on the gramophone. That broken glass isn't there on accident. This is someone's science experiment.
Thinking about it, Pointer said he saw Flora was knocked out too. I guess they were both in range of the noise, although Pointer might have been lying.
Personally, I think he was telling the truth about that. It's pretty clear a powerful frequency
哦，他就
did
不
pass
是
through
他
Flora's
咯，
tower,
是
caused quite a bit of
他看
damage
到他
too.
被震晕，所以他那时候正在看。对，所以不是变态教授，影响到了什么东西？颜料对。
Those cracks didn't appear out of nowhere.
所以是
Freya's paints, the pink cassette tape, and the gramophone itself, they all sustained similar damage while they were in that room.
That's some seriously powerful vibration, enough to
哎
crack，metal.
也不一定啊。他说他看到，他可以是凶手，他在上面看到啊。
Yeah, that's the one thing
可
I
是他
don't
只看得到，
If the frequency
主要
was
是他
so
看到他
powerful
那个人
and had
晕了，
such
他
a big range,
如果
how did the murderer pull
晕
it
了，如
off?
果
Wouldn't they have been
他
in
应该会
range
跑
too?
过来。
Think about it.
如果那个
They
人
can't
没
have been
另一
much
个没
further
晕的
away
话
from，the gramophone than Flora was.
想办法保护自己吗？
They protected themselves.
How?
有塞
These are some pretty heavy-duty earmuffs. I think they'd be enough to block out the sound.
Right. Let's go over everything from the start. 1. Freya is painting Flora's portrait. They're listening to music on the gramophone.
2. The murderer is hiding in the attic, wearing earmuffs.
3. The golden beetle starts to emit its hissing noise.
Hold on. How did it know?
The beetle?
Yeah, what triggered it at that particular moment? Pointer's research said it makes the noise when it feels threatened.
I'm not sure. Maybe something in the music?
Maybe.
4. Freya and Flora are both knocked unconscious by the vibrations. Freya lands on her back. She drops the brush and palette by her side.
5. The murderer fires the crossbow directly downwards.
6. The arrow is pulled back up on the reel.
7. The murderer leaves the attic, presumably.
8. The door is kicked down. Fitz and Poppy enter the room.
That's it. There's something bothering
What?
me. I just want to check. Let's go back to the crime scene.
《留声机吗？
It's dark.
那个植物
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
有两盆哦，两盆的。
I can see the stars. The plant, it's in the book.
What?
Look,
这个他最喜欢吃的，
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
我要怎么？对啊，这边啊
I，can see the stars.
还是往上按？
I can see the stars.
It's dark.
The plant, it's in the
What?
book. Look,
绝迹绝种好几。往上。
I can see the stars.
It's dark. It's dark. It's dark.
I can see the stars.
是不是画里面什么东西？除了那个，
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
可是我也不能。
不能点就对了。
对啊
那这个嘞，其他东西也不能提供什么线索。
对啊。这个他只吃这个。他说什么？等一下。其他鸟类经常攻击墨迹鸟，
它是独自生活。
可是那个养了一大堆鸟，他们对面养了一大堆鸟。
It's dark.
哦。对啊，是这个塔。
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
他似乎会来把到红色的物质是谁？这幅画里面还有什么不太一样？
Freya, did you leave us a clue?
所需要的颜色混合。
好，他有用到黄吗？没用到，他没有用到黄。
他没用过黄色，
那他为什么要挤黄色？
So what's bothering you?
Something that's not here. The thing we didn't find. We know she was holding it during the painting.
Flora's ink dip feather?
It was here, in this room. Where'd it go?
他会不会在这个里面？因为鸟是吃虫的嘛。哎，不对，你说它只吃果
We
实。
found it here in Flora's tower.
You sure about that?
Not entirely. Flora's ink dip feather?
It was here, in this room. Where'd it go?
We never found it.
You sure about that?
Not entirely. Flora's ink dip feather?
It was here, in this room.
它
Where'd
就在
it
这个房
go?
间里。
We found
哦
it，
别
somewhere
的房
else.
间。是根羽毛被染色了吗？
那个吗？
That's not it.
不是。
羽毛。
这里啦。
哦，对。
We were a little too late to save it.
So it was stolen from the crime scene and ended up in the incinerator down in the study.
Someone wanted to destroy it, I guess.
But how? How was it stolen from up here in Flora's tower?
Presumably, Flora dropped it when she fell unconscious.
Yeah, and then what? The murderer couldn't have stolen it if they were up in the attic.
So the question is, how could they steal something from a room they weren't able to access? The final clue about the crime scene. Freya left it for us right here. It's in the unfinished painting. It's not quite a photo, but still, it's an image of the crime scene recorded just before the murder. If only she'd finished it, then I could be totally sure.
It's true she never finished it, but she did intend to finish it.
Meaning?
We know more about the painting than what Freya actually got down on the canvas. That's not it.
用意。
That's not it.
他画这幅画的用意。
That's not it.
我是那张照
Freya
片。
prepared all the colors she was going to need before she started painting.
Mm-hmm. 是裙子的一部分。颜料是用来画，它只有黄色没用到啊，所以黄色在哪里？
放在窗口的某个东西。
The yellow paint was going to be used to paint the sketch of something sitting in the window.
Something in the window. Oh.
黄色的
是留声机
蛋吗？空的蛋。
哪里？
That's not it.
不是啊。
That's not it.
果树盆栽。
That's not it. That's not it.
黄色的
鸟。
There she is, our little thief.
How long has it been there? Did it hear the whole conversation?
She did, but she's a very good listener.
哦，原来它不是那个吗？它是一只蹲在这里的鸟啊！
那是什么鸟啊？天哪！
傻眼，我以为是两个盆栽。
Well, now, I think this has quite served its purpose, don't you?
这是谁？打雷。
Penny, why did you...
It's Penelope, if you don't mind. But before we begin,
那个鸟
isn't
类
there
的
certain
那个。
formality demanding our attention? I'm afraid I have to insist. It's to the benefit of us all, I assure you.
请把它绑起来，干嘛？坚固物体。
Lovely. Now, tell me, what was it that drove you this far? I'm ever so curious.
I just need to know the truth.
Is that right? Interesting.
Why did you do it, Penny? What did Freya do to you?
Absolutely nothing.
So, what? You just hated her indiscriminately?
Freya Fellow was an inspiration to us all. She was possessed of a great energy, the volition to create something from nothing, the willpower to walk beyond her boundaries. She was truly free. Everything I couldn't be.
You know what? I just realized I actually have no idea who Penelope Pointer really is.
Weird, isn't it? Considering we've met her, what is it, 3 times now?
Exactly. How do we know this one isn't a disguise too?
You think you've already hollowed us out, don't you? Only a few short hours at Tangle Tower, and you feel like you've got everyone sussed. Unearthed every single one of our secrets. Nothing but bullet points for your notebook. Go on, indulge me. What does it say in your notes about Penelope Pointer? I suppose I can't argue with that, can I?
Penny, we only know what you choose to tell us, so why not help us out?
Very well. Penelope Pointer is actually not very important at all. She pales in comparison to those who came before her and to those that came after. Living at Tangle Tower, it is very difficult to attain the levels of self-realization you probably take for granted.
You sure this is a Tangle Tower thing and not a you thing?
Perhaps you didn't notice. Not one of them is happy. Not one.
So why stay? Why not just leave?
I thought she did leave. Penny, you said you traveled, didn't you?
I did. Many times I've walked away. It did not help me. You saw the family tree hanging in the grand hall, did you not?
Yeah, it lists a bunch of people who don't live here anymore.
A bunch of people who don't live here anymore. I couldn't have put it better myself. My mother, for one. My father, too. The other two Remingtons. Poppy's mother, Primrose. And her brother, Richard.
And Fitz's father.
That's 5. 5 people that might have lived here, but don't.
And that was the first question I wanted answered.
You wanted to know where they'd all gone?
More than that. I wanted to know if I belonged with them. I have no place here. Not among the Fellows, the Remingtons, or the Pointers. But I felt there must be a reason why everyone else left. Some common purpose they all shared. Perhaps it could be my purpose, too.
So, what did you actually do about it?
Nothing I could do, at first. Nobody would tell me anything. The more questions I asked, the fewer answers I got. Then, I found it. I was 19. Same age Freya is now.
Found what?
The study. The one hidden in the middle of the house. It's right next to a bedroom.
I'd hear voices at night. Deep ones. And the strangest thing, the wall behind my bed would get incredibly hot. For hours on end, the paint would peel, wallpaper wouldn't stay up. I thought I was cursed. I thought it was something trying to break through. Eventually, I couldn't take it anymore. I found my way in the same way you did. Once you know it's there, it's simple.
So, you got into the study and found the incinerator. That must have been a relief, right?
It was still warm when I found it. Then, I looked inside. Let's see how thorough you've been. Tell me, do you know what a mistid is?
Misted?
Mistids? Sure, yeah.
You're more observant than I thought.
Sorry, what are we talking about?
It's a collective term. From before my time. Birds, insects, amphibians, anything living off the lake water. The mutation can take several generations, or it can happen overnight.
Wait, mistids, like cryptids, like Bigfoot or whatever.
A little egregious, isn't it? I suspect that was an intentional parallel. The main difference being mistids are perfectly real. They're just kept secret. Or at least, that was the original plan. As it happened, some got out. Quite a few got out.
How do you know all this?
When I entered the study at 19, I found a single object that rather changed my life. Something which answered my questions while at once creating all new ones.
That's not it.
不是吗？不是，他说他在书房里面找到的。
That's not right.
不是那个，书房里面的东西只有没有？你看这个，不是啊，那个吧，就是画画的金甲虫。哎，不是那个，不是啊，这个，不是吧？不是这个。
That's not right.
不是啊，在中间焚化炉找到的就只有这个东西。
That's not right.
不是啊。
The 5 missing family members standing together as a single unit, calling themselves the ambassadors of the Misted Mansion.
So, the house was renamed from Misted Mansion to Tangle Tower?
And rightly so. The age of Misted Mansion is long past. When I looked inside the incinerator on my first visit to the study, I found nothing but ash. The afterimage of a bygone era denied to me in its entirety. The study, the room at the bottom of the lake itself, all empty shells. I felt my only hope lay with the ambassadors. If I could find them, maybe they'd share the family history that Flora and the others were trying so hard to forget.
How did you track them down?
It was tough. They'd taken almost everything. Books, maps, charts, the creatures themselves, all lost, taken away or destroyed. But I got lucky. I got a lead. I found one, and he led me to the rest.
And? What happened? Why'd you paint out all their faces?
They didn't help you either, did they?
19-year-old me had imagined they'd all left with a mission, a unified purpose, but they hadn't. They were, in fact, every bit as fractured as the people that still live here. Most of them had left tracking escaped mystids. Some claimed to be researchers, others little more than hunters. All 5, completely useless to me.
Even your own parents?
Eventually, I returned to Tangle Tower. I had nowhere else to go. I considered giving up. But instead, I made a decision. There was only one person at Tangle Tower still of interest to me. My dear Uncle Pointer had suddenly made a show of taking up astronomy. A fairly superficial charade. I don't think many people were fooled by it. But I knew it wasn't just a falsehood. It was a mask. Pointer had found something from the era of Misted Mansion.
The 黄金甲虫.
So where did he get the beetle?
I cannot be sure. But I theorized that he received it in the post.
In the post? From who?
Who can say? Someone
他
outside
不会在那
Tangle
个
Tower.
箱子里面狂叫吗？
Thought that he would be in
那个
contact
邮
with
件
such
人
a
就
person. All that
没有，那个声音
time
可能很小声，只是因为没放大。
what was owed to me.
So you
所以
stole
直接
it.
这样。
Stealing the beetle turned out to be only the first step. Upon realizing it was gone, Pointer made little effort to disguise his frustration. I asked what was bothering him. He foresaw no risk in sharing a little of the truth with his niece. He told me he'd lost a rare treasure, something he'd been keeping safe. I suggested, innocently, that perhaps it was not lost. Perhaps it had been stolen. He was very ready to believe he'd been the victim of theft. When I offered to call in a private detective, he jumped on the idea. She arrived the next day. Hawkshaw prides herself on her punctuality, as you know.
Why, though? Why go through all that? The name, the costume, and everything?
It's somewhat sad to admit, but I had little use left for Penny Pointer as she was. Hawkshaw afforded me new advantages, opportunities.
But didn't you have to pretend to be working for Professor Pointer?
Well, that was one of the advantages. Pointer was in such a desperate state, he was finally willing to share some of his secrets. On the second day, Hawkshaw explained she needed to be able to search the secret laboratory. Pointer gave in and gave me the code for the harp statue. Reluctantly, but still.
So, you stole Pointer's research?
I would have done, if I'd found anything worth stealing. But he had made remarkably little progress, barely scratching the surface of the beetle's true mystery.
Which is?
Ha! It carries an exoskeleton approximately 90% identical to gold. But it's not the 90% I'm interested in. Did you ever question what exactly makes the water here so unique? Before Misted Mansion was built over the lake, before the lake was even a lake, Lord Remington and his wife built a small structure here, a research station, supposedly. Fast forward 2 or 3 generations, and as you saw for yourself, it's been mostly cleared out.
The ambassadors took everything when they left.
And everything they didn't take was burned in the incinerator. However, possessing additional insight, I found something the others had missed. It's not much, but I have what I need.
So, why isn't this the end of the story? Why did you stay? Why did you kill Freya?
Freya was too good for me. It's my fault. I pushed her over the edge, unknowingly, but still, I take the blame.
What are you talking about?
Did you know I based the design for Hawkshaw on something Freya painted?
That almost makes sense, but it's not right.
那个画的照片吧。
这个。
That's right. I had assumed it was purely abstract. I just thought it had a good energy. I later discovered it was a figure of some kind, something from Freya's recurring nightmare. For all her vitality, I think Freya was probably the most troubled of all of us. She was desperate to leave Tangle Tower, but she couldn't just walk away. For quite some time, she'd been trying to break into Pointer's laboratory. Freya and her friends were halfway through deciphering those symbols on the harp statue, I believe.
Why did she care about getting into Pointer's lab?
That's exactly what I wondered. At first, I thought perhaps she just wanted to free the beetles. She has a fondness for them. What Pointer was doing upset her significantly. But in fact, I think it was something else. I think she wanted to free Fiona.
Fiona?
The real reason Freya was unable to leave Tangle Tower is that she could not get Fiona to agree to come with her. We're now firmly in the realm of speculation, but I think Freya felt that exposing the darker secrets of Tangle Tower, not just to the rest of the family, but to the world, would compromise all three families, and perhaps, somehow, free Fiona from the shackles of her inheritance. That was her plan anyway.
Oh, 长头发
But
那个。
something happened before Freya could find her way into Pointer's laboratory.
She found her way into your study, found your notes, found that photograph. I'm willing to bet she put it all together quicker than we did.
So she worked out what had happened to the 5 ambassadors. Specifically, what you'd done to them.
哇，
when they
他拒绝
refused to
帮助
help
他们，
you.
直接把他们嘎掉了。里面不是有爸爸妈妈吗？
Freya had made a promise to paint Flora as a birthday gift, a parting gift no less. She'd be in a locked room, several hours away from her friends. It was my best chance.
But why hide in the attic? And why bother with the beetle at all?
The beetle in the gramophone wasn't for Freya. It was for Flora. She didn't deserve
可
to
是
be
他叫
involved.
Flora，那
She
Fiona
suffered
是
enough. I couldn't
哦，
get
我知
Flora
道
out of the
Fiona
room.
是谁了
But if she could be
，Fifi，
unconscious, then she wouldn't have to witness anything.
那个科学家。
Why the knife? The illusion of the
他
painted
不是叫
knife with the
Fifi
blood.
吗？没有，他是
That
说叫我们叫他
was for Fiona.
Fifi。其实他叫
Probably too, I
Fiona，
suppose.
我想起来了。
Gave them something to focus on.
You mean it distracted them while you made your escape?
It helped them cope. The very idea of something abstract, something supernatural. I believe it made things marginally less painful for them, initially. Worked on you, too.
So why are you still here? Why not take your first chance and leave?
Well, I've been waiting for an opportunity to get my beetle back. I'd really rather not leave without it.
Wait, it's still here?
It's still inside the gramophone.
鸟鸟，好恐怖！那只鸟鸟好恐怖。
这是恐怖游戏啊！
这个是那只甲虫发出的叫声。
他们走了。
What's going on?
Poppy, they are both
I
awake.
can see.
You two all right?
My head hurts.
You were
What
both
hap-
unconscious. 14 minutes by my count.
Really?
You're both fine. No injuries.
Was it the beetle? In the gramophone? I heard it through the ceiling in my room.
The exact same sound we heard before the murder.
I guess it must have been.
So how did we get down here? What happened to Penny?
Fitz saved both of you, obviously.
When I reached Flora's tower, you were both unconscious, and Penny was crouched down beside you. She had her crossbow on her, but who knows? She may have just been checking you were both asleep.
Did you know that she was the murderer?
Poppy and Fifi suspected her. Apparently, they were pretty close to solving it themselves.
Fitz did not want to believe us, because he liked Penny. A lot.
But what happened? Fitz, what did she do when she saw you?
She jumped out the window.
What? Did she survive?
She did.
I heard something land in the garden outside my room, but by the time I got out there to check, she was already gone.
Hang on. Poppy, why do you have Penny's hat bird?
She left him behind. I found him sitting on the floor in the aviary, all by himself. Poor little thing. The mean lady didn't care about you at all, did she? No, she didn't.
I apologize. Poppy seems to be under the illusion that the bird can understand human language.
So, Penny got away.
I'm afraid she did.
We had suspected she might try to escape. I was stationed here by the lake's edge. I proved to be an ineffective guard. She took the boat.
Did she take the beetle with her?
Nope.
How do you know?
Because it's right here.
It was still in the gramophone. I guess I scared her off before she had a chance to take it.
Poppy, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to give it back to your father?
No, I'm not. It doesn't belong to anyone. So, I'm going to put it on the ground and never
我
bother
一
it
直以为
again.
它会叫，是因为那只
I
鸟
think。that's what she would have
有啊，
wanted.
它撞那个留声机啊，所以鸟原本就在那边，但它一样跟刚刚一样飞去留声机那边锵一下之后，我知道，但是我以为它抱着那只鸟，那个会再叫一次，它又不是那一只鸟，那只长得像盆栽的鸟是那个凶手养的啊。哦，我一直以为他手上抱的是 QQ 版的长得像盆栽的那只鸟。啊，他那个是原本那个凶手头上的帽子，你记得吗？你是没看他原本？我没有啊，你完全没让你们完全没有带我过去看过他。有啦，没有好不好？你刚刚从我开始看。可恶啊！凶手跑掉了，这是不是有多结局？我不知道哎。啪叽啪叽，啪叽啪叽。哎，那这样他们是不是就只能待在这里了？应该可以去看。这个他本来长这样啊，我就不知道嘛，你从来没让我看过他。应该是只有一个结局，我也觉得只有单结局。对啊，他东西都找到了。所以我还是不懂他为什么要杀他，因为他发现他的秘密啊，所以呢。啊，所以呢？所以他不想要让人家发现他的秘密啊。那他只要把甲虫带走就好了，就因为他想要拿到更多的东西啊。怎么讲？他刚刚那个打扮跟他这个完全不一样，这是最终的那个造型，长这样。我是说他最后那个出现的那个打扮，跟他现在这个打扮完全不一样。 我看看，我去找找。哎，怎么拼啊？怎么拼 ？TAN。TABG 是吗？你刚刚不是讲 TAN 吗？哦，我还打错了。Tangle 是吗？GLT Tangle
电玩游
Tower
戏的。
好啦，有人想看剧情，自己去查吧。先这样啦，拜拜拜拜。